Have you ever caught yourself thinking, I have drawn out, I have affirmed, I have done all the techniques. So why isn't it working? It is not because you are not aligned enough, or because the universe is ignoring you, or something better will come along the way. It's because you are still trying to create change from the same old identity. That created the issue you have, the thing you didn't want. Today, we're diving into one of the most overlooked parts of manifestation, and also mindset work, the role of identity. Not the surface level, I'm confident, I'm abundant, kind of identity, but the quiet, automatic one your mind returns back to every single time, when no one is watching, when something happens unexpectedly. Welcome to the Mindful Shift podcast. I am Leopoldine, manifestation and mindset coach for ambitious souls ready to rewrite their stories and live their best life. If you are ready to stop overthinking and start manifesting with clarity and confidence, and also ease, you are in the right place, bestie. Several times a month, I share powerful shifts with law of assumption so you can finally manifest the success, the love, the life you know you're meant for. And if you want to go deeper and get personalized support, you find all of my coaching tools and digital offers linked down below in the description. Everything you need to help you shift faster and make your vision non-negotiable. But first, let's talk about something most people completely miss when it comes to manifestation and manifesting any change, and why trying harder actually doesn't work. But most importantly, what actually does work. Manifestation isn't about forcing results. It's about becoming the version of you who naturally creates them, like you did all your life, by the way. So grab your coffee or your cozy blankets, or both. And let's talk about how your identity quietly shapes every reality you step into. Here's the thing most people don't realize. Your reality isn't shaped by what you want. It is shaped by who you are being in your mind right now. So you can affirm, visualize, script, or even make a vision board. But if deep down you are still identifying as the version of you who are always unwanted, never chosen, unlucky, or even not enough, that is the one your mind keeps creating. That is exactly why you might feel like you're doing everything right, and still nothing moves, in appearance at least. And bestie, you are not failing. You are doing nothing wrong. You are just manifesting from the wrong identity. Think about it this way. Every thought you repeat in your mind, or at life, no matter, even that you're right, is like a vote for who you believe to be. Is like a vote for who you believe yourself to be. Over time, those thoughts pile up and form what we call a self-image, your identity. And your outer world, your 3D reality, simply mirrors exactly that identity, giving you proof time and time again. Imagine two people in the exact same situation. Both text someone they care about and don't get an instant reply or reply at all for a few hours. One immediately spirals. Did I say something wrong? They must be losing interest. The other one shrugs. They will answer later. They always answer to me anyway. And you see, exact same events, totally different realities, different mindset. They are thinking from different identities, literally. The first person identifying themselves as someone who is never chosen, and the second one as someone who always is, no matter what. And the exact same thing goes for opportunities, friendship, success, money, you name it. The identity you hold quietly shapes your reality and decides what feels normal for you. And your reality just keep up with that story. It has no other choice but to. It doesn't decide for you. You are the one deciding, not your reality. And the good news, you don't have to wait for proof to change it. You don't have to believe it yet. Beliefs grows from proofs that comes from repetition. First and foremost, you change your reality by training your brain to think from a new identity, even if you doubt it, even if you don't believe it yet, and you do it long enough for it to become natural. So instead of trying harder, start asking yourself, who would I be? How would I think if this was already true for me? What would be my first thoughts if what I want was already true? You got it right. That's exactly the thoughts you need to repeat in your mind for several minutes. how would that version of me think, talk, act? Maybe they would assume, of course I'm not. Till you look at me, I'm amazing. I am always chosen, unforgettable, and irreplaceable anyway. Of course things always work out for me. They always do, no matter what, no exceptions. Maybe they would think, I always manifest people and opportunities so easily and fast. It's so easy to manifest anyone in my life. They always match my energy and always chase after me, because why wouldn't they? And the goal isn't to force a belief or to repeat only positive thoughts in the way you formulate them. It is only to practice new thoughts until they become the most familiar one, until they become the dominant one, until your brain returns to that type of thoughts, whatever happens around you, even what seems negative or not in your favor, because your mind will always choose familiarity over effort, no matter what. So please stop trying to manifest from the issue, from what you don't want, and start thinking from the solution, from what you desire. Even if you don't see proof yet, it's already true as long as you think it. Everything is starting to move behind the scenes to prove you're right the minute you change your thoughts. And you change them again and again and again and again. That is where everything begins to shift. It has no other choice. It is your reality. You don't need to believe it yet. You just need to think differently long enough until you see enough proof that you start to believe it's true for you, and for it to start feeling being normal, a second nature for you to think that way. A lot of people get stuck because they think that manifestation is about feeling something. They need to force themselves to feel something. Feeling the feeling of being rich, feeling the feeling of being married or in the perfect relationship for them, when they never experienced that before. You don't have to force any feelings. Or they are even waiting for suddenly to feel chosen, confident, unforgettable, rich, or even secure. But your emotions are a byproduct of your thoughts, your dominant ones, even the one that run in the background of your mind, especially those ones. So once again, thoughts creates, not your feelings. So even if you don't feel like that version of yourself yet, it's alright. You don't have to force yourself to. Just start thinking from that identity. That's all you need to do. Literally, all you need to do. That's it. And that's how you build a new normal. So instead of identifying yourself as someone who is waiting to be loved, to be chosen, start identifying yourself as someone who always is, no matter what, no exceptions, in every single situation, every relationship. Instead of thinking like someone who is battling to prove their worth every single time, start thinking like someone whose worth was never in question. Of course you're worth it. You're that girl. You're that guy. No one compares to you, period. And that is the quiet work that changed everything. Because your mind's only job is to prove you are right every single time. So please make it prove you are right something that actually helps you. Something that is in your favor. You can literally decide right now. I am the kind of person who loves flow easily too, always. I am the kind of person people feel attracted, drawn to all the time, and even safe around. I am the kind of person who has a grounded, magical, appealing, attractive, magnetic energy. And my life always falls into place. I'm thriving every single day. You don't need to feel it perfectly, to feel anything, to believe it. You don't need that. All you need is just think it. Again and again and again and again. Calmly, repetitively, naturally. Doesn't even have to be calm. You can be crying, you can be upset, you can be screaming in your head. Doesn't matter what you are feeling at the moment. You can do it robotically. Once again, I have an episode about it. And I will put also an episode I did about feelings. Your reality is never testing you to see if you are finally ready, to see if you deserve it. No, it is not. It's only reflecting back who you think you are, and sometimes a bit of your past thoughts. Still, because there is a tiny little bit of delay, and that's fine. And once you stop identifying with the version of you who is waiting, who never manifests, who never get what they want, and instead you start thinking from the version of you who do it perfectly, who always get what they want, who already has what they want anyway, every single time, so easily and so fast. That's when everything starts moving for you. You stop chasing, you stop doubting, and instead you start being. In your mind you are, period. Because you validate yourself first and foremost. Not your outside circumstances. not your outside world. And here is the beautiful part. When you shift on the inside, when your thoughts start to change on a consistent and daily basis, your outer world, your 3D reality glow up, follows effortlessly, naturally, and even fast. If you think it, it is fast. You carry yourself differently. You think different type of thoughts. Your circumstances change. People around you act differently. You eventually act differently. You start walking into rooms like you belong there. You always did. Not because you are pretending or doing as if it's already true, but because finally you remember that you always did. It's who you are. And that's how identity works. Reshape your entire reality, experiences, and your whole manifestation journey. Not through effort now, not through proving yourself anything, but through consistent, repetitive thinking. So don't wait for a sign or a special moment. Start now. Do it now. Decide who you are and stick to this long enough that your reality sends you proof and proof and proof again and again and again. Long enough that then you will start to believe it to be true. And because you keep returning to that type of thought until they feel like home, they are becoming your new reality. It has no other choice. Because once your mind accepts that new identity as being your new normal, your reality, your 3D around you, has no other choice but to follow anyway. It has to. That's how it works. If this episode helped you understanding how identity worked on a deeper level, and I know it did, drop a like, comment, share, and subscribe for more. Until then, keep choosing your thoughts on purpose. You don't need to feel ready. Just be consistent. And don't forget, it is not the end until you get what you want. Because every time you think from your new identity, it's already yours. It's a done deal.